Hi and welcome to the New Zealand Secondary Schools Orienteering Champs here at Waitarere Forest on the Horowhenua-Kapiti coast. This is on what's called the Hydrabad map, which is just south of Waitarere village. As you'll probably be able to see during the day, it's pine forest on coastal sand dunes, and there's quite a bit of scrub underneath foot, which will make things challenging for the runners while they're out on course. Today is the long distance, and we've got the senior boys who will be running around 5.8 kilometres in a straight line. Of course, they don't run in a straight line when they're in the sand dunes and terrain, so they'll be running much further than that. And the senior girls course is about 5.2 kilometres. We'll see perhaps a winning time, I'm thinking between 30 and 40 minutes for both grades. Although it is quite wet today, and that will make things a bit more challenging for some of them, especially because it will be soft underfoot. Sometimes it might make map reading a little bit harder for them as well, and it will be, I think, a really good competition out there to see who's the best orienteer in New Zealand. We've got competitors that are coming from as far south as Invercargill and Te Aonau, and competitors as far north as Whangarei. There's quite a contingent from Auckland and of course from around here in the Wellington area. So in the senior boys class this year, we've got some competitors that have been in Europe and have been competing at the Junior World Orienteering Champs and the European Youth Orienteering Champs. JWOC this year, which was the Junior Worlds, was in the Czech Republic with the European Youths in Poland. Some of those competitors include Sam Carrier and Eddie Swain and Jake McClellan, along with Matthew Greenwood. Now, Matthew Greenwood and Sam Carrier are both from Mount Albert Grammar School, and it will be interesting to see how they go. Matthew's a very good, steady orienteer, but Sam's been running some great courses at the moment, and it will be interesting to see how he competes against Eddie and Jake. We've also got other team members here from the New Zealand Secondary Schools Orienteering team that will be competing in Armidale in September. Other ones to look out for there are Solomon Randerson from Auckland Grammar School, and James Wright from Cashmere High School, and Blake McKinnon from St Kentigern College. They're joined by a couple of new people into the team this year, from Cody Carter also from Auckland Grammar School, and Thomas Potts from Havelock North High School. So it's really interesting and competitive in that particular senior boys grade. There's top 10 there, all could come through with a great run and be on the podium. In the senior girls class, we've got slightly weakened field this year because we've still got Tide Farvai and Phoebe Hunt, along with Anna Babington, who are all still in Europe. They've been competing at the Junior World Orienteering Champs as well, and been doing some fantastic results over there. But we've got 7 other senior girls who are in the New Zealand Secondary Schools team who will be competing to win today. So we've got Georgia Lindros and Alicia McGivern, both from Barradine College. I think that this will suit them because they're used to pine forest there in in Auckland. We've got Juliet Freeman from Rangiruru College. I think she has got a real chance to win today. She's a really good orienteer, younger than the others. Nika Raywood from Motueka High School and Amy Nicol from Havelock High School. And then the last two who have got a great chance to win today, I think, is Lani Murray from Golden Bay High School and Ali Power, who's local here from Onslow College. But I wouldn't rule out also Morag McLennan. She's from Onslow College as well, Jake McLennan's sister. She had a fantastic run yesterday in the sprint distance, coming in second.
It is the, I think, first national secondary schools long that's actually in a forest for that I've ever run, I think. So I was excited to get some more techie terrain than the farmland that it's usually in, with some tough nav and hopefully some interesting route choices, which there ended up being. So I was prepared, especially after being in Europe where the route choices were so amazing.
I came into the race a bit sick, and yesterday's race I did not have a very smooth or good race, I thought. So I had low expectations, but I also wanted to do well because I quite like forest events.
I knew it was going to be a pretty technical course because looking at the old map and running here in the past, I knew that you can get lost pretty easily and lose your direction. So I just wanted to take my time and really make sure I didn't minimise my mistakes in the course so I could have a good run.
What were your thoughts about the race ahead of you?
I just wanted to make sure that I had a clean first control to just set me up for the rest of my race, and I made sure that I didn't freak out, and I just wanted to be really calm throughout the start.
My main objective was to use my compass and that was my main downfall. On the long legs I got caught drifting, like if I didn't look at my compass for like a minute, then I'd just be completely going the wrong way, and then, well, not quite, just veering off. And then on the number 2 I didn't quite keep map contact, so I was super careful after that to keep map contact, which I thought I did a good job of, but my compass kind of wasn't so good.
How was your run? Take us through some of the highs and lows out there for you.
Yeah, well, I definitely started a little bit fast. I was a bit eager to get into the course. I was pushing quite hard and then realised about at control 6 or so that I could not keep up the pace and had to slow down a little bit. Especially that was right after a massive road leg where I was just running as hard as I could. So ended up slowing down quite a bit and got into oxygen debt and made some quite stupid mistakes around control 9 and control 14, which lost quite a bit of time. So I think I was on pace with Jake at the start, but then slowed down and was more on pace with Eddie, and then lost it in the in my mistakes and ended up just behind.
I made quite a bad mistake on number 3 because I was planning my long leg and I wasn't really paying attention to what was going on around me, and I accidentally went too far to the left and I missed the control. So that was a bit of a mistake, but I realised quite quickly.
But you obviously did some good things out there too, so what parts of the race do you think went particularly well for you?
I think the long leg was quite well because I think I picked a very good route which allowed me to run quite fast along the track and also through the forest, and I feel like my navigation was quite good towards the end and I hit lots of the controls quite well, which I was quite happy about. I'm hoping to go back to Europe next year and compete in EOC again because I quite enjoyed it this year and I think it was a good learning experience and I would enjoy to do it again. You
were pretty much tight between the top 3 of you when I was looking at the timing, so something must have gone well for you in the rest of the race. What do you think went well?
Yeah, I thought I had good speed throughout the rest of the race, and after number 2 I gave myself a bit of a telling off and made sure I had good map contact for the rest of it, so that was good. I slowed down when I had to and all that stuff. So yeah, it went well.
And you've just been over in Europe, competed at the European Youth Orienteering Champs in Poland with some of the other people who've done well today. So what was that experience like for you?
Yeah, it's a great experience when you can verse some of the best in the world. Yeah, I had a decent run on the long, but my speed wasn't quite up to the other guys, so I wasn't in the running for the top result.
Yeah, I generally don't feel that much pressure, but I was just keen to go out there, hopefully not feel too sick and not get too lost but I did get lost.
So you did get lost. Whereabouts did that happen for you in the race?
It took me 8.5 minutes to go to the first control, so that was not a highlight. And then I had a couple other I wasn't like really keyed into the map. I just wasn't thinking enough, I think.
But you must have reset yourself. So some bits later on when the race were going well for you.
Yep, the last few controls felt quite smooth and. Yeah, I felt like I was a lot more focused on the map and just knowing where I was all the time, which is good. Yeah.
And so you're going to the New Zealand with the New Zealand secondary schools team over to Australia in October. You've been selected once before, but you didn't get to go over. Excited?
Yes, I'm very excited. I'm super keen for the experience and just to hang out with my friends and also like the cool terrain that's there.
You must have had a good run out there. What went particularly well for you today?
I think I really executed well in the first half. I was real clean all the way up until control 9, so I was really happy with that. And then I think I had a little bit like focus. I sort of lost focus in the second half, but it wasn't. It was less than 1 or 2 minute mistakes, so it wasn't too bad overall.
Excellent. And you've just been overseas to the Junior World Orienteering Champs and also the European Youths. How was that experience for you?
Yeah, it was really amazing experience. I really enjoyed it. I was really happy with my forest performances at JWOC, so hopefully can build on those performances in the next few years.
So you've got the New Zealand Secondary Schools team that you're heading over to Australia for in October ahead of you. What other goals have you got on the horizon?
Yeah, I think there's that, and then probably Oceania at the start of next year, which will be a big goal. Try to do well there because it's in a similar area here, so that should be probably a big goal. And then JWOC next year as well, just training for that.
Well, that's a wrap for today at the New Zealand Secondary Schools Long Distance Champ for the senior girls. The top 3 in that grade was Georgia Lindrose from Barradine College, with Lani Murray coming in second from Golden Bay High School. And in third place was Nika Raywood from Motueka High School. And then in the senior boys, the top person was Jake McClellan from Onslow College. And in second place was Eddie Swain from Waimea College, with Sam Carrier from Mount Albert Grammar School in third place.